Hey everybody, Stephanie McNeil, live from my spare bedroom. Well, this is second edition of episode 20. Why? Because I just realized when I played the music in my video, they copyrighted it and so therefore blocked it's been partially blocked, so my best bet was to take it down. I'm just learning these rules. I don't know anything about platforms. I don't know anything about social media. I know nothing. I'm just trying to get my message out. It's becoming very difficult. So I'm remaking episode 20. I'll just try and retouch on the retouch on everything I did yesterday all afternoon. All right, we'll do it again. This will probably take me like 5 times. Um, all right, so I guess no music, which sucks because I got a lot of good comments about the music and people liked it, and I was going to play good music, and yeah, it was going to be my thing, but guess not. All right, well, you're stuck with just me. All right, so I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about again. I'm going to talk about, first of all, I'll tell the story with the dowsing rods first, and then I will talk about the fake alien invasion, and then I'm going to talk about the lower vibrations. And what is the matrix? And the reason I'm going to talk about that is because I got a lot of questions about raising your vibration, how to break out of the matrix, and connecting to your higher self. So in upcoming videos, I'm going to go like hugely into detail about how I did it. I am no guru on this. It's just my experience and how I did it. So first, the dowsing rods. So I told in my last video that I had gotten dowsing rods. I'm working with them. I've gotten a lot of tips on the dowsing rods. Thank you, everybody. And I have gotten them to work. Now, so this is what happened with the dowsing rods. My house is up for sale. And it's been up for sale off and on for 3 years. I've never had an offer. I've had very few showings. It's a beautiful house, just I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, so my house is for sale. And about a week ago, I had the first offer I've ever had on my house, but it was so low. Like, it was a bullshit offer. Like, I couldn't even consider it. So I countered back, just below my asking price, just to let them know, like, I'm not going to play this back and forth of going up just inch by inch. They're way off. So I countered back and they walked away, which sucked because it was the only offer, but they walked away and there's no way I was accepting it. So, then things continue. So things continued on, and what I did with the dowsing rods is, one thing I wanted to say is, after they walked away, the couple walked away from the offer, my realtor said, you may have to think about adjusting your price in the future, lowering it a bit. And I came back to her and I said, okay, this is the price that I will sell my house at. And I gave her a price. So a couple of days later, what I did is I took out the dowsing rods and I am using my higher self with them. I'm also using another guide, which I will talk about later in the video I do with my dowsing rods, if I end up doing that. So then I asked the dowsing rods. So I thought this was going to be a great question because I knew the answer. And it was just simple yes or no questions. And I have asked the dowsing rods if the answer is yes, to fold in, if the answer is no, to fold out. That's what I've asked them. And it seems to, anyways, however, that's what I've been doing. So I asked the dowsing rods, is my house going to sell in the next few days? And in my mind, the answer was going to be no, because there's no way. I had no offers. I had no people looking at it. There was no way it was going to sell. So it was like an impossible, easy answer. And it actually swung to yes. And I was like, what? And so at that moment, I thought, well, I'm not using that on a video because it's bullshit. It's full of shit. My house isn't going to sell. And so what happened is 2 nights ago, I had a call from my realtor and she's all excited. She goes, you're not going to believe this. And I'm like, what? She said that couple that gave that low offer came back and the offer is at the exact same price that I told her I would sell my house at. I mean, that's kind of cool. Kind of cool. And the lesson from all this is I have to move in a month. 1 month, actually less than a month. Less than a month. I have to move in less than a month. This is how I do things, people. I don't do the easy way ever. I always take the hard route. It's like Fast and Furious. Go big or go home. That's just how I've been my whole life. So it is a good thing. I'm excited about my new place. But I have a month to do it. And I'm going to Mexico in that month to get my teeth, the rest of my teeth. Yeehaw! Let the games begin. Anyways, okay, so that's a little story about the dowsing rod. So I thought that was very cool. Next thing I want to talk about is, I talked about meditation in my last video and how I meditated. Nature and music are my two biggest things. And then I got so many responses about people telling me what they do to meditate and to raise their vibration. And it's been really cool hearing what everyone uses and does, like painting and writing and sculpting, fixing things. Like, it's all creative stuff, and it's super cool to hear how everyone does their meditations. And it also goes into that big web I'm trying to create of love and light, and all that goes in that. And that's helping, like, it's helping other people. Maybe somebody doesn't know how to meditate and they look at all the comments and get all these ideas. It's just so cool. I love it. So that's really cool. And I just thanks everybody for helping me keep this going. The bigger and stronger this gets, the bigger and stronger this web of intensive love and light gets, the more powerful we become. All right. So next thing I'm going to talk about is, someone asked about the fake alien invasion. They were confused as to how to know when it's fake, when it's not, that type of thing. And my answer is it's actually very simple. The ETs that have good intentions, that want to help humanity, that want to see us evolve, those ETs that are coming in 2027, those ETs never ever want to invoke fear in us as humans. They don't want to. And they understand that their first presence here is going to evoke a lot of fear, and they're not trying to do that. They never want to invoke fear in us, guys. So when they do come, it's going to be a gradual process. They're not going to just present themselves, like bombard us and say, hey, we're here, deal with it. It's going to be very gradual. And I can tell you this, they're already here watching. They are already here watching. And just waiting to see how everything unfolds. They don't want to interrupt humans' free will and the human ascension process. So they're just watching to see how everything unfolds right now. They know things are big right now on our planet, and so they're watching. And they're around us already. We just can't see them yet. The fake alien invasion, you will know because it will be presented as, the aliens are coming to get us. They're coming to enslave us. They're coming to take all our resources. It's going to be presented as something very negative, and it's going to invoke a lot of fear. So that is the purpose of it, is to invoke a lot of fear and chaos and, oh my God, what's going to happen? That's what the purpose of the fake alien invasion is to create that effect throughout the masses. So that's how you're going to know if they're coming, and if, all of a sudden you've got aliens coming, and the gist is we're being attacked by the aliens. Just stay calm. That is not, that's not how they're going to come. That's not how they're going to come. The ones, and which is the majority of them, who are good, they will come in a way that is tolerable for us, that we are able to adapt to as best they can. So I hope that answers your question. This is what I want to do at the beginning of my videos too, is I will take a few questions or comments, and I'll just discuss them at the beginning of each video. All right, so that fake alien invasion, yes. So that's that. And what else? I got a medical tip through the comments. I want to say thank you for that, because it really helped me. I actually needed that help. So it's all great stuff happening here. All right, so I'm going to go into the low vibrational stuff and just really, really explain how it all works from what I have learned. I'm going to be taking lots of water, and I'm going to tell you why. I have a broken nose. It's been broken for a very long time. I just found out that got diagnosed with this about a year ago. I'm waiting for surgery, but it causes, like, I have a deviated septum, I have blockages, and it causes a lot of yucky stuff just running through all my sinuses, into my mouth, down my throat. And so it causes like a dry mouth, it causes bad taste in my mouth, and it causes my throat to be hoarse. It causes all this nasty stuff. So that's why I'm always drinking water and clearing my throat. So you're just gonna have to bear with me on this. I'm waiting for surgery for it. Surgery number 14. I've had surgery. I've had 13 surgeries now. And now I'm waiting for two knee replacements, which I've already had 3 surgeries on my knees, and a surgery on my nose, and possibly my second surgery on my back. And that, my friends, is what happens when you spend 20 years as a combat soldier. That's what happens. And there's no complaints, and I'm not saying, oh, feel bad for me. I loved my career and no regrets. I'm just telling you, like, that's how many surgeries I've had. That's crazy. Okay, let's move on. I'm going to talk about the low vibrational stuff and just get into it a little bit. Let's imagine, okay, first, before I go ahead, throughout the videos I've always been those people up here running everything, like pulling the strings, own everything, controlling everything. I've talked about them throughout the videos, and I want to give those guys a name, and that name is going to be, as of today, the mofos, okay? The mofos. So when I talk about the mofos, it's that hierarchy that owns everything, controls everything, runs this world, decides how we live. That's who I'm talking about, the mofos. And I think that is a very fitting name. Okay, so the Matrix. Imagine the Matrix as almost like an energy shield that is surrounding the earth. And it's got like almost like little nodes in it. Imagine it looking like that if you need to visualize it. And that energy field was put there a long ago by the mofos. And that matrix, that energy shield-like type of thing, I'm no scientist here. Don't be coming to asking me questions about scientific stuff and that. I don't know that stuff. I'm just telling you, like, I'm trying to give you a visual of what I think I know. What I do know. Oh, I laugh at myself. I hope you guys all laugh at me too, because I know. Everybody laughs at me. I know. I laugh at myself. Okay. So imagine that's what it looks like. And the mofos put it there a long time ago. That matrix is designed, and it's there for one purpose. And that purpose is to keep us as humans at a low vibration, in a low vibrational state. And why do they want that matrix there? They want to keep their power, they want to keep their money, and they want to keep control. They do not want to let go of that in any way, shape, or form, so they will do whatever they have to do to keep that control, those mofos. The matrix was put in place by the top mofos. You know, the snaky snakes. You know who I'm talking about. They're the ones that put that matrix in place over the earth, because they want to maintain their control. They want to maintain harvesting energy off us, and they want control. It's not even really about money for them. It's about control for them, the snaky snakes. About the humans, it's about money and power. So, okay. So they can continue to keep doing the things that they're doing, the sick things they're doing. I've said this before. Okay, so that matrix is put in place. Now that matrix is basically like a big machine of systems, of rules to keep us acting a certain way, living a certain way, to keep us in line, in check with what they want us to do. So the minute our eyes are opened, we are born into the matrix, which is distraction, it's division. It keeps us in a state of fear. It keeps us in chaos. It keeps us in the unknown. So as soon as our eyes are opened, oh my God, now we're being manipulated from every which facet, everywhere we look, to make us follow a certain path, act a certain way, think a certain way, the way they want us to. And all these systems that are in place, um, they're in place just exactly for that, and to keep feeding that machine of the matrix, which ultimately keeps them rich and powerful. So systems. Oh my God. Okay. So educational systems. You think about it, like they're run like a little military. Like you have to walk in a line, you have to sit in your desk and be quiet. You have to learn a certain way. You have to think a certain way. And by the way, all the educational systems is not there to expand kids' minds or young people's minds. It is there to make them think the way the mofos want them to think. That is why the system is there. To keep them in that machine so that they follow along. They get jobs that keep feeding the machine, which ultimately feeds the mofos. College, university, and then college and university. And then if you really want to make money in this world, okay, but you're going to have to go to university to do it. And in order to do that, you're going to have to pay the mofos a whole lot of money in taxes and student loans and stuff like that. So it's just a big machine, big cycle that keeps the money flowing, keeps people on the path so they don't ask questions and they just follow along in their lives, ultimately thinking that this is a free life and this is great. Insurance. Another system that's just there to keep you in fear and think, what if, so that you keep feeding that machine of money to the mofos. Militaries, police, I mean, they join with the best intentions. I did. Serve your country, serve the people. And they think they're brainwashed into thinking they're doing great jobs, but really they're just puppets. They're like, what do you call them? The brute force that will keep everybody in line if they happen to step off the path the mofos want them on. That's what they're there for. They're there to go to wars, go fight the battles, the sick battles that the mofos are playing. It's like a chess game for the mofos. It's like fun for the mofos to create wars, but all of these things like wars, pandemics, not all of them, but a majority of them, natural disasters. A lot of these are planned events by the mofos, and that is the purpose of all that, is to keep us divided and distracted. Division and distraction. It's a huge one, and it's all psychological. It's all psychological. It's all twisted and coerced to make us think a certain way, to make us believe them, to make us believe certain countries are bad and certain countries are good. It's all planned. It's all manipulation. You think about sports. I love sports. I played sports my whole life. I still do. I love team sports. No knocks to athletes. What they do is absolutely incredible. Michael Jordan. He is my man. I love Michael Jordan. Oh my God. He's been my hero forever. One day I'm going to meet you, Michael Jordan. I'm just telling you that right now. One day. Sports, like all the athletes, they have such incredible talent. But what is sports? It is a distraction. It's a manipulation psyop to make us think it's just such a wonderful thing. It's for us. It's so great. It's fun. And it is. But basically, it is a distraction. Well, how do you think gladiator times started? Those shows in the Colosseums way back then. It was because those shows were started because the people were at unrest. They were unhappy with the way they were being governed. So they created those events and those spectacular events to distract the people from what was really going on. Ding, ding, ding. Does that simulate something that's going on today? Olympics. It's a psyop to make us think the Olympics brings countries together. It's all cultural. It's to divide us by countries. sports by cities, teams, like teams, cities, teams. Division, it's division, it's distraction. That's what all these things are. Wars to keep us fearful, to keep us in the unknown. It's all to keep this matrix system running, so that we are in so much fear and chaos, and we don't know what, like, we don't have the capacity to even question what's going on, to ask questions like, why are there people starving in this world? Why? Why is that? Like, why? I don't understand it. There's people with millions and millions of dollars for one person, yet people can't. There's people that don't have enough food. But yet, here's the thing: those types of questions. Why are we paying for water? Who decided they own the fucking water on this planet, and they're gonna make us pay to survive to have it? Who fucking? Where are these coming from? Question, like these questions, here's the thing, that matrix is designed so that you don't ever ask those questions, or that you don't ever put any energy into those questions, or that you don't have any energy to put in those questions. That's what it's designed for. We are capable of so much more than what the mofos make us believe that we're capable of. And that, yes, that is the systems, that is the world we live in. That's how it all works. Just that, keep feeding that matrix. And we, as long as we just keep, and we keep feeding that machine, the mofos keep making their money. It will never, ever stop. And like I said, that whole systems, all the systems, that machine, the matrix is designed to make sure we don't ask those questions, to make sure we don't have the energy, the focus, the time to ask those questions. That's what it's there for. All right. So I've talked about the matrix. I've talked about the systems, and how they work and how they're designed to keep us in a low vibrational state. So in my next videos, God, I wish I could have used music. I really like that. I gotta figure something out here. I'll figure it out. So I'm going to go into, really dive deep into how I raise my vibration, what I do now to keep my vibration at a higher state, and then other people can comment, and then people can learn from it. Let's keep the web going. Why? Because we want to stomp out the dark forces. What the saying, light cannot take out light, or darkness cannot take out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot take out hate. Only love can do that. Let's make that our motto for this whole thing, and just keep blowing it up. All right, guys, love you. Thanks for all your comments and your space, giving me your space and watching my videos. Apologize about the music. I'm just as disappointed as you are. I can dance for you. Woo, 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 woo. Have a good day.